Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Soundout live stream, tentatively known as the Sound Stream. And I really need to get on deciding if that's the name or not. But welcome to our live stream where we talk about live streams. This week we don't have a Ryan Darklaw 643, but we have a Jerry Fighter Couse, and I don't know why I'm saying people's names like that. But say hello, Jerry Fighter
Hey,
Couse.
how's it going? Fighter Cows.
Jerry Fighter Couse. Welcome to the chat, Deca Striker, Kamen Jojo, Brian with the last name that I'm having trouble pronouncing, Muteki T,
There you go.
Main Gamer, and Tyler Ward. Welcome. Pretty excited. There was a lot of news over the last week. Hello, Psychos. There was a lot of news over the last week, I think, and I couldn't remember most of it. So I have a couple topics, but what we're gonna do is just, if you guys have a news topic I don't cover, we'll just, the back half of this stream will just be like everybody suggesting things to talk about. Welcome, Smith the Crow. Hey Ben, how's it going? Ben's here for Kaus. Kaus,
Hey, thank you.
feel represented and seen. Decker Striker says, "Have you finished Fies yet?" And I haven't. And how many do I need to finish watching? 4. Fies is really hard to watch, to be honest. I just have trouble getting through it. Let's see. Deca Striker said that their favorite Super Sentai Deca Ranger got a little cracked. I'm assuming the case. And they have not announced any new Sentai or Rider seasons yet. Yeah, hey Hellfire Gaming. I don't remember if we said hi to Kamen Jojo. We did. Okay. Anyways, Brian's got a pronunciation of his last name, which is great. And Panagua. Panagua?
It sounds like it says Paniagua.
Paniagua? Tell us if we're doing it right. Hey, Spin Dash. Yeah. I'm gonna go with yeah. Let's go with that. If we're doing it right, let us know.
Well, yeah, let us know.
we will correct and we will do our best. Let's see. Smith the Crow says, in your 14 facts video, you mentioned you're a music guy. What do you think of Tangerine Dream? I haven't. I don't think I've enjoyed enough Tangerine Dream to have thoughts. Sadly, I need to listen.
Tangerine Dream we're talking about.
I listen to a lot of music, but sometimes I don't listen to enough.
The legends, the ones in Risky Business.
Yeah.
Real Train. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a remix by Fatum and Judah that came out on Anjuna Beats. Oh, yeah. That's my whole bag is EDM. So
nice. I need to listen to more EDM too. That's a genre I don't get into enough.
There's so many subgenres that's why I want this kind of EDM. Okay, you want this.
That's how the rock and metal genres are too. It's just like there's so many subgenres.
You want power metal? Do you want speed metal?
Yeah. Let's see. Decker Strider says people say the only OG Rider will be released next, and then Shout is done, but I don't believe that they can always acquire new licenses. They probably will require another Rider license before. I don't know what they're going to do about original Kamen Rider, because that's just 98 episodes is a lot. That's just a lot to release.
Yeah, that one has to every other one is what, 52?
Yeah, it's like everybody's like 50 to 52 or less. Psycho says, what do you think will be the next Sentai DVD release? Magi Turbo or something else? It'll probably be Magi Ranger or Turbo Ranger. We'll see.
Brian said we got it right with Paniagua.
Paniagua? Okay. We will definitely do that. What else we got in the
chat? Just say Brian P, like again.
We can Brian P. We can just go with Brian. We will continue to try to be good at this. Hello, Kamen Rider 64. Welcome to the chat. See, Brian asks, do you think Shout will do Sentai on Blu-ray once they get to the HD seasons? Hopefully. My confidence isn't high because Toei's really dumb. Decker Ranger should have been a Blu-ray. I mean, that's just... I don't know how to get around the fact that that's a fact. Deca Ranger should have been a Blu-ray. It's not. I mean, that just sucks. Muteki T says they bought the Memorial Gear to Linger and it's awesome. Not sure if the Gear to Linger, the 2 Kaiser changer is worth it. The fact it comes with the Flint gear is pretty good, and I think it's got better sounds, and it's definitely huge. So if that's something you like, then go for it. It's fun.
Hello, Russian Wanderer. That is. That's a good
God.
question.
Top 5 Gundam openings and endings.
Woo.
Ooh, I know how to find out this. I'm just gonna go find out which ones I played the most in my iTunes library.
You got it. Simple.
Hellfire. Can't wait for Zenkaiger to be put on DVD. Sadly, it is an actual possibility. Oh, Brian asks, how about that Flash trailer? Okay, so
How about it?
I say this as a fan of DC for many, many years. My first love of comic books was DC. Absolutely. Here's the thing. I think 4 or 5 years ago I would have been way more excited for the Flash movie, but now I just don't care. It's just we've been going on this like same track of the DCEU not making up its mind of what it is, and to be doing an Elseworld story on a world that was never really established that well, isn't that interesting? And I think it's weird that Michael Keaton's Batman is more agile in this movie than he was in his old ones, and Supergirl looks cool, but like Ezra Miller kind of ruins the whole experience for me. And there's other movies in June that I'd rather go see, so I'll probably end up watching it eventually. But I'm sitting here
TV.
like
That's me.
Yeah, like it'll be on streaming or something, probably Blu-ray because I have the collection problem. But like I don't think I'm gonna go see it in theaters because it's like I don't know. I mean, there's Spider-Verse, Transformers, and Indiana Jones in June. Do you think I have any time for the Flash? More specifically, do you think I have any time for the?
It's Flash.
I don't have any money for the Flash. It's not a Wally West movie, so I don't have to support it. Okay, so let's see. What is all right, I'm looking at my most played songs according to my iTunes library. Where do we have any Gundam in the top? Good gosh.
I know for me, both of Zeta's openings, the Japanese ones.
Those are 2 of my favorites too.
0083s, both of those. That's 4 right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Raise Your Flag by Man with a Mission is my most played Gundam song.
Oh, yes.
But that's because that's my favorite band. That one's just getting played more.
Oh,
it's so good. I'm trying to see. Why did I listen to the 01 soundtrack so much? It's kind of horrifying. I was trying to use this as an indicator, and I'm like, where's all my Gundam? I mean, this reset because I had to update the iTunes library, so I think it reset all the play counts. All right, let me just run down Gundam songs I like.
By the way, mentioned maybe Ezra Miller's Flash gets killed off.
We can only be that lucky. God, if we were doing a hard reboot, I'd be more excited because I'd be like, cool, let's just kick this universe to the curb and move on.
Just do that already.
Yeah. No, we're not getting a hard reboot, so I'm like, all right, whatever. All right, Gundam. Let's answer the question. I'm just gonna name songs: Raise Your Flag, the 2 Zeta openings, Beyond the Time, Ego, Vigilante, Asue, Dreams.
Right, Dreams. That'd be my 5th in the openings.
Flying the Sky. And try to pick an unconventional pick now. Twinkle from Bill Diver's Re-Rise. I mean, I like too much Gundam music. You guys don't realize there is 1,000 Gundam songs on my phone. So like, that's just my selected like 1,000 songs. So this is just off the top of my head. If I really thought about it, I could. Deca Striker says, "What's out of the Shout Factory released Kamen Rider Blu-rays? Which is your favorite?" Probably 01, just because I really like 01 a lot. It's because 01 brings in all these cyberpunky themes of like AI technology and how corporations can destroy the planet and all that.
But does it look good?
It looks good, even though it's a broadcast master.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Retro Vintage, welcome to the chat. Do you think they gave up on Digimon Anime Heroes or only hope for a 6-inch articulated line? They probably didn't give up. Anime Heroes is just weird and doesn't like do announcements. They just sort of exist. And because Anime Heroes includes One Piece, Saint Seiya, Bleach, My Hero Academia, I think in some regions. There's a Naruto. There's a bunch of lines under that, so it's kind of like that. All right, I'm going to ask Kaus this question.
All right.
SSJ4 Jason, welcome to the chat if we didn't say hello already. What Sentai changer would you want a memorial edition of?
Ooh. Cross changer.
That would be good. Mine's the Twin Brace from Live Man, because I said that in a video recently, too.
Also, the Guy Ranger one, I forgot what it was called. That was cool.
Aura Changer, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I haven't seen Ranma 1/2. I think, Jerry, have you seen Ranma?
I've seen bits and pieces. I have the manga. I actually read the manga, but I own it, but I've never seen the whole anime.
Yeah.
I know the theme song. Yapapa, yapapa, da 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 da.
Smith the Crow says, which anime would you want to see in Anime Heroes? I want Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh.
They could do 5.
Why haven't there been?
They could do just like the main characters, and I'd be happy.
Yu Yu Hakusho, and since I've been getting into it, at least Kenshiro from Fist of North Star.
That'd
right?
be cool.
At least, just him. At least feels up to me. Him, Rao, Ray, Shin.
Mm-hmm. I think they could do a whole wave of those. They could do a lot. That would be cool. Fist of the North Star would make great figures. Brian asked, did I also meet Michael B. Jordan? I didn't, because when I met Stallone, Michael B. Jordan was getting stripped and put into an ice tub, so he wasn't available for like photo taking like Stallone was. Stallone was done for the day. Michael B. Jordan had to go sit inside a house in an ice tub.
Michael B. Jordan had more to do with that movie, didn't he?
Yeah, he had more to do. I did get within like 3 feet of him because I was like burying cable in the desert, and he was walking around set with the director and one of the producers, and like checking out and scoping out everything. And he was like, he kind of like I saw them like kind of waved at like those of us burying cables. I think he said thank you to us. I can't remember. He was.
Oh.
I was throwing dirt around, and he was like at least 3 or 4 feet out, so I'm not exactly sure what he said, but it was kind of cool. What were you gonna say, Cass?
No, I said they make that your headcanon at least.
Yeah, my headcanon is they thanked us for burying cables in 100-degree weather. He seemed really nice though. Like he wasn't like.
Chat mentioned Death Note and Anime Heroes.
That would be cool. What other anime?
Brian asked, "Were you taller than him too? Were you taller than Michael B. Jordan too?"
No, I think he's taller than me.
I'm double check that.
I was close, and I was also making sure I was still. How tall
is
he?
You're 6'2", right?
I'm 6'2", yeah.
2 inches taller. He's 6 foot even.
Oh, okay, cool. So I am actually taller than all these actors. Let's see, Sailor Moon for Anime Heroes. That'd be a good one.
Why not? I have one literally in front of me. It's holding my dongle for my Mac up, and it's Naruto's dad.
Yeah.
I also have Virgo Shaka from Saint Seiya. That was the only one I could find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a bunch of the Naruto ones until the figure art started back up.
Chat says the camera lies. You're 5'6".
I mean, the thing is that if I stand up, like you guys can't even realize that like this desk is here. I have a 27-inch computer, so it's because I'm not super thin. Yeah. I don't look super tall. Got wide shoulders. Anime Heroes is great though. I feel like I should buy more of them, but I don't.
Smith the Crow said Boruto's dad's dad about
exactly. Boruto's dad's dad. Deca Striker, what should I watch in the next Sentai DVDs I own? Debating between Abba Ranger, Die Ranger, Time Ranger, and Hurricaneger. I've only seen Die Ranger of those.
Die Ranger, definitely. Time Ranger, definitely.
Yeah.
I like all of those, but I mean, if you want to go like Die Ranger's a pretty nice watch because of how quick it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Die Ranger goes quick because
Complain
it's
about
that.
how quick it is, but I
Yeah.
actually enjoy that.
I enjoy those Sentais that have like, episodes that are 20 minutes with credits. I actually really enjoy those. Demon Slayer for anime heroes feels inevitable.
Oh God, that thing prints money, right?
Yep. they're doing a theatrical
Right, guys.
screening of the first 2 episodes of season 3 here in the States as a Fathom event.
Man.
I'm like, who does that? Meanwhile, Shin Ultraman was on a Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, Brian says McFarlane's doing Demon Slayer. I forgot that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he also has My Hero.
Yeah.
I say he, like Seth, Todd does it all himself.
I do this all the time too. Like McFarlane Toys, I know there's more than one person working there, but when I don't want to say McFarlane Toys, I just go Todd. I'm like, it's Todd's spawn line that's sitting behind me. Like, Todd McFarlane. It's because he is the face of the company because his name's there. Yeah, crazy. I nicknamed him once Crazy Uncle Todd because he just seems like that kind of fun uncle that you're like not sure about.
Calling him Todd here and Toddy back.
Yeah. Hellfire says, you got any new games lately? I got Fire Emblem Engage recently, and now I'm counting the days until I can get the physical edition of Metroid Prime Remaster. What about you, Cass? Have you gotten any games recently?
New ones? Just downloading off of PS Plus Extra count?
Sure.
Because I did download a lot of games I haven't played before, like East 8, East 9. Shoot. Persona 5 Strikers. Like, those are older games, but those are games I haven't played yet. So,
Yeah,
also
those are good ones,
all
too.
those.
Deca Striker's asking if I've seen most of the Sentai prior to DVD. The only ones I'd seen prior to the DVD sets coming out was Five Man and Gal Ranger. I've been watching most of them as the DVDs have come out, and I haven't gotten around to, just because I've been busy with stuff. I haven't gotten around to. I have to be in the mood for Sentai as well, but like I haven't gotten to watching.
A strange one I actually want to see.
Which one's that?
And I bet people are like, why do you want to see it? I don't know. I want to see it on DVD because it just Sun Vulcan.
Sun Vulcan. Oh yeah, that one looks fun.
I'm like morbidly curious about that one.
Yeah. Let's see. A lot of great ideas for anime heroes in the chat.
Oh, Psycho O's mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Muteki T says, anyone getting Like a Dragon Ishin?
I want to.
I want to as well.
But it's just a money thing. But I obviously want. I've been playing since 2005.
Yeah, you're the hardcore fan. I'm like, ooh, Japanese setting, like a feudal Japan setting. Suddenly, I'm more interested. Psycho says, I want My Hero Academia figures, but McFarlane ones don't look good. Figma just stopped and are too expensive, and Amazing Yamaguchi are too expensive and come with too much.
Yes, I bought a set. I keep wanting to say Seth MacFarlane instead of Todd.
Yeah.
Family Guy. I bought a McFarlane Ochako, and it just I actually put her back in the box, and I was like, man, I really shouldn't have bought this. Mm-hmm. I bought a pop-up parade Ochako, but it's pop-up parade, which means it's just a statue, basically.
Yeah. Retro Vintage asked about Figure Eyes Anjumon. I have him on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. He hasn't come in yet. When he does, I'll do a review of him for sure. Whether or not those Digimon reviews do good, I keep reviewing them because I like making them. Yeah. Commodore 64 said that they watched a couple episodes of Hurricaneer on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I had all the fan subs downloaded for these shows. I just didn't get around to them. Let's see. Deca Striker's about to bounce. Last 2 questions. Top 5 Heisei Rider seasons, and how do you rank Reiwa? My 5 favorite Heisei. Agito's number 1. Forzei's number 2. Ryuki's number 3. Psycho is going to call me out when I say a different list than last time he asked me this question. Two more. There's two more in there I like. Hold on. I like Wizard. I don't know if that's number 4 because I'm blanking right now. Oh, Kuga should be 4. Wizard should be 5. There's my top 5. And then Reiwa.
That's strange. That's basically my list exactly. Literally, I was like, I'm gonna have something different. Then you mentioned Wizard. I was like, really?
I like
thought
Wizard.
I would have liked Wizard.
See, we're Wizard buddies. And then for Reiwa, I would put Geats first, 01 second, then Saber, then Revice.
Right now, the best so far.
I wish the thing
Granted,
was
we're
that
what few years in, but Geats so far, yeah.
Yeah, Geats is great. I wish Revice for me is less memorable than Saber, and that's the only reason why I rank it lower. But both shows really fell apart like halfway in. Okay, those questions have been answered. Smith the Crow says, I know his Good Smile Company's been pushing Pop-Up Parade and Nendoroid more than Figma. They absolutely have. And it's because Figma's cost like $100 now, but a Pop-Up Parade statue is like 40.
It's like 40, yeah.
I actually am tempted to get like
the Ochako one.
They announced
really nice looking. They're just,
yeah.
I bought that one, but yeah, I really wish I had a figure,
Yeah, I mean, like, I wish there was Figmas of like the Dyna Zenon and Gridman characters, but there's just Pop-Up Parade. But then Pop-Up Parade didn't do everybody because they pretty much just did the girls and Galma. They did for Cyberpunk Edge Runners. They're making like 3 of the main characters of Pop-Up Parade, and I'm like, I'm probably just gonna get those. I'd rather get those than Nendoroids. Brian asks, are collectors hoarders? Do you see this behind me? This isn't all my Marvel Legends. Collectors are hoarders who know how to organize stuff.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. Muteki T said, did anyone manage to get the Seiho Gokai Red? I wasn't trying for it, but I heard it just completely like poofed out of existence, and Ami didn't even put him up.
Golly.
Yeah. SSJ4 Jason says, what series would you want to see in Super 7 Ultimates? Gargoyles. I like NECA's figures because they're super detailed, but those wings are exhausting me. Every figure having a 12-inch wingspan is just, I don't even know how to display them, to be honest. I would like Super 7 to do like more cartoon ones with smaller wings. What about you? What do you want Super 7 to do?
If it's Candyland, I want to say Cyber 6.
That would be cool. Cyber 6 would make great figures. Muteki T says, what do you like about Wizard? I like that the show, like, there was character arcs for everybody for the most part, but I like that sometimes in Kamen Rider the secondary characters get character arcs and they forget to give the main writer a character arc. And Wizard actually had an arc throughout the whole show, and I liked the themes of like saving people from their inner despair and inner darkness. It was really kind of nicely thematic, and I like that a lot. And I love the suit designs. Oh, the Wizard suit designs are like the best.
No, I know, it's great.
Like, there's not a bad suit in that whole show, right?
No, exactly.
Pretty amazing. Smith the Crow says there will be model kits of Akane and Rika from Gridman. That would, if they could do model kits of everybody. Like, I know they like just making the girls, but like, just give the guys some figures too. I want like teams, especially Dyna Zenon. I feel like you have to have all 5 of them, not just the 2 girls. Are we JoJo fans, Jerry?
I am.
I'm not. Desert J4 Season, speaking of Marvel Legends, won't be long until we get X2 figures for its 20th. Yeah, that's right. They didn't make any X2 figures. Maybe that was the plan. I want a Cyclops. I want a Cyclops and a Storm and a Jean Grey, because the fact we got that whole X-Men movie line and didn't get specifically Storm, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. Eric Craig, why aren't my comments showing up? Let me investigate, because I wonder if YouTube is doing some stupid stuff.
Sometimes it lags without, like, it is a spam. No, it's not. Well, we think it is.
Yep. I don't see your other comments, so for some reason YouTube's just not pushing them through. We're not ignoring them. I'm just not seeing them pop up. Yeah.
Brian P. said the first wave X-Men movie toys shelf warmed bad.
Every anniversary line does, and they still keep doing them. They always price them too high, and then they all go on sale, and that's when I buy them. Every year, like clockwork. This year's anniversary line is Avengers 60th. It's also X-Men 60th. They're doing 2. Because they hate us. I don't know why people hate Wizard. Kentucky T says, surprised you haven't frozen this entire stream. Well, it's now it's going to happen.
Yeah, now as you mention it.
It's probably because I'm not screen sharing at the moment. I think that's what throws it off. What should be... I see Nightcrawler, Striker, Deathstrike, Kitty Pryde, and Colossus. Those would all be great figures. I would like an entire line of X-Men movie stuff. The rumors that they're going to bring them back for Deadpool 3 and Secret Wars, like the Fox guys, maybe that would be the time to do it. Oh yeah, where is Penny Parker from Spider-Verse? That's a good point. Did Metal Heroes air alongside Sentai back during its run in the 80s and 90s? Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah, it did. Totally.
For those that are unaware, Metal Hero basically replaced Kamen Rider for a time.
Right, in the 90s, there was no...
Yeah, there was no Rider, but there was...
Rider.
Yeah, but there was just Metal Hero
right,
and
there was Metal Heroes, like C-Draft, Soul Brain, and the B-Fighter and all of that, yep.
Yep. Let's see. The new Gamerverse Spider-Man is too far for me. I paid full price for the Venom Null Pack. Yeah, the $35 for a Spider-Man figure is not going to sit well with me at all. Like, I can't do it. If it's not like a completely new mold head to toe. I wanted that Venom Null Pack, except I think I just wanted Null. Because it wasn't that Venom's wings were bad. It was that I saw Venom's wings and was like, I already have this with gargoyles. So I don't want to keep complaining about gargoyle wings, but it happens.
No, yeah. Make that a whole video.
All right. I want to get like one more gargoyle so that I have 5 of them that are taking up too much room. All right. Real quick, I guess I have a couple news topics. We can just go through these. I kind of like this Ask Me Anything chat. So, yeah, no. But let me bring attention to this. Kaiju and Tokusatsu Home Theater, which is a Twitter account you should follow because they post about stuff sometimes quicker than me. Anyways, they said, Shin Ultraman's been listed from Cleopatra Entertainment, and I went down here and saw the link, and the link takes you to MVD Entertainment Group's website. So not like I'm bragging that I was right, but I had predicted that Cleopatra, since they don't seem to have a media label, would outsource Shin Ultraman to MVD. And I like MVD's Blu-rays, so this is pretty cool. They did say in the original announcement there was going to be like a deluxe home video edition. This is a single disc, includes trailers, sideshow, plus English language version, and that's it. So I imagine this is just the standard release. It's got a list price of $24.95, single disc Blu-ray, and currently set for June 13th, 2023. It's not up for pre-order anywhere yet. You can only get it if you're a wholesaler ordering through MVD. But yeah. It's coming. I'm excited.
I'm glad you were right about that, because I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, because people were like, oh my god, how is this what's this company? Cleopatra. And I'm like, yeah, I looked into it, and I was like, well, the only time their stuff has come out on Blu-ray is through MVD, and I like MVD's work, and they basically don't have to do anything, because the subs and dub are already done. So. Brian says, people thought the Ghost Rider Haslab failing would get the cost of normal Marvel Legends down. No, I think it actually made them go up. Because suddenly the Marvel Legends brand wasn't printing money. Gotta love corporate business. Speaking of corporate business, what website is this? Business Insider posted an article saying that Bank of America, which if anyone knows the history of Bank of America, says that Hasbro is continuing to destroy customer goodwill. Bank of America ain't known for customer goodwill, so if you're telling a company and investors that a company's not doing well with customer goodwill, that's bad.
Golly.
It's real bad. It's kind of like if I were to tell a YouTuber like Mr. Beast that his videos aren't good enough for his audience and his schedule is bad, and it's like, you know, why would I be saying that when my schedule is bad and my videos are varying quality? Yeah, I don't know if that's a good example, but the point is that Bank of America should not be telling anybody about customer goodwill. So if they're actually saying Hasbro is destroying customer goodwill, you should believe them, because
Yep.
Bank of America knows everything about destroying customer goodwill. The bullet points here, so I don't bore everybody with the details. This article is about Magic the Gathering, but because Magic the Gathering is Hasbro's biggest division, everything trickles down in corporate ladders. If the big thing isn't doing well, the rest suffer. So Hasbro stock has a possible 29% downside potential due to the dilution of the Magic the Gathering brand. Bank of America has reiterated its underperforming rating for the stock trade in a Tuesday note. This was a week ago. And within the Wizards segment, Hasbro continues to destroy customer goodwill by trying to over-monetize its brands. I read this article and I was like, and they're basically talking like Hasbro puts out too much Magic the Gathering product for most customers to get, and they keep putting out things that are really expensive that no one can really afford, like $1,000 booster packs, and it's causing
tournament illegal booster packs.
tournament illegal booster packs. And what's causing what's happening is that people are just dipping out of Magic the Gathering, even though Power Rangers, sorry, because I saw Spin Dash's comment. I was gonna get to that in a moment. Even though Magic is like the big popular brand, it's now become a scalper's market, and the player base is just leaving, and they've destroyed customer goodwill because they put out too many products that weren't of good of value. And oh boy, does this sound like 161 Marvel Legends in a single year.
Yep.
It's the same business practices that Hasbro CEO Chris Cox is making everybody else do, and it sucks. And then for Hasbro to go to be making, they always talk about record profits, and then they go and lay off 1,000 people, which we've heard. Corey from the G.I. Joe team, who also worked on Power Rangers, he was lead sculptor on G.I. Joe, got laid off. And why would you lay off a lead sculptor? That's an incredibly important position. One of the brand manager reps for Power Rangers laid off. Now, Spin Dash was mentioning that Sam from Power Rangers was another rep that got laid off. That is ridiculous, because they're just like, Hasbro as a company already hires mostly freelance for most of their work, which is ridiculous because they should just be giving employees benefits. But now hearing that like key people in positions that we've been seeing in live streams have now been let go is insane. Like they're going to destroy the brands, and they're destroying customer goodwill, because me as a fan of the stuff, they announced a G.I. Joe live stream the same day that they announced that the news came out that the lead sculptor had been laid off. And for me, I'm like, well, why do I care? Because I've seen this person's work and their talent, and they've showcased their work on the live stream and talked about how great things are, and yet, boom, they're gone. Where the heck does the line go from here? And so it doesn't make me excited about anything. This is a similar thing as Disney had an investor call, which I'm going to switch over to my camera because it's a Disney thing. Disney had an investor call, and Bob Iger's restructuring the company because Bob Chapek left a ton of damage because he was a horrible CEO. And they were like, oh, Zootopia 2, Toy Story 5, Frozen 3. And I was like, I don't care, because 10 minutes ago you just said you're laying off 7,000 employees. And the thing was, there was no clarity at that time as to what employees are being laid off. And my brain was like, oh no, they're going to lay off the theme park cast members because they're the bottom tier of the pay scale, right? But luckily, they said that there's going to be layoffs in the parks division, but it's not going to be the frontline people working at the theme parks. So I'm like a little bit better. I'm like, all right, it sucks they have to lay off 7,000 people, but it's part of restructuring. They're not just trying to cut costs like Hasbro, where they're just like, Hasbro's just cutting people that are really important. Whereas it feels like Disney is trying to restructure its company and they have too many employees, kind of thing. It's not great to be laying off employees and then making announcements for future projects. because it doesn't make me feel great. But I'm glad to see that Disney is being different and not just cutting the people who we see the most. Like out of any Disney employees, the ones you see and interact the most would be the ones at the theme parks, and they're the ones that work the hardest and don't get paid enough. And so I'm glad that they're not getting cut. Um, and that apparently Disney also has severance packages and transition programs for everybody they're laying off to help them find a new job somewhere else. And I think that's great.
Dang. I wish
I
my job had that.
Yeah, exactly. I've never had a job like go, oh yeah, we're laying off your position here. We're gonna help you do stuff. And so I think that like I'm glad that Disney is different. They always say they're different, and it's always in their actions that actually prove that. I think Chapek would have just laid off 7,000 cast members in the theme parks and not batted an eye. But Iger's like, we're going to lay off certain people from certain positions and help them transition to a new job. Whereas it seems like Hasbro's just dropping people left and right, and that sucks. Hey, Zeltrax, welcome to the chat. Adding to that, because this did come up to in the chat, how Hasbro's the only toy company laying off people. Yeah, have you heard about Mattel layoffs? There is an article, which I would read the rest of, but Market Watch doesn't want to let me do that without an account, saying an action figure hangover is hurting Mattel's stock and outlook. Typically, sales from movie tie-ins decline as much as 40 to 60% in a non-movie year, a UBS analyst says. So basically, Mattel made a lot of action figures in 2022, and they didn't sell very well. Part of that, I think, is because Lightyear underperformed as a property. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about Mattel laying people off. So like Hasbro's like, oh, we've been making all this money. Oh, we had a bad quarter. Oh, let's lay off 1,000 key employees. Whereas Mattel is like, we had a bad year, but we'll just try to keep pushing forward and do things. So this is my thing, is that I think what we're looking at, especially with an article like this, is Hasbro, and most importantly, their CEO and executives are making these decisions. Hasbro's top brass is basically going to collapse the company because they're not paying attention to what's happening. Because the problem we see a lot with corporations is they're completely tone deaf to how people are perceiving them. And with Hasbro, they're supposed to be a toy company that brings joy. So why are they firing 1,000 people? Smith the Crow brings a good point. Did Lego lay off people? No. And Lego also reported a low quarter. Like every major corporation had a bad quarter for 2022. But of the toy and entertainment companies, Hasbro's the one that's laying off people. And Hasbro's laying off 15% of their workforce too. I'm still not over this, and I'm not going to be over this.
Should be. Shoot.
I'm not going to get not mad about this, because I need to see actual, major change in the executive structure of this company, because it's very clear the CEO is only worried about the bottom line. The other thing, it was in this article too, saying that the reason why Bank of America thinks Hasbro's stock is going to underperform is because Hasbro is only focused on short-term profits.
Which is stupid.
Yep, it's absolutely stupid. And that's what's happening, is that shareholders and investors don't want to invest in a company they think doesn't have a future. And so when they see companies destroying goodwill with their customer base, then they just stop investing. So we'll see what Hasbro does. I hope this article, and I hope the attention they've been getting lately from the layoffs, gives them a wake-up call, because the company is going to have major problems soon if they don't change the way they're doing things. Because other companies, like tech companies, people don't have as much attachment to them as like toy and entertainment stuff that's supposed to make you happy. And then if you're a human being that cares about other people having jobs, hearing that they laid off 1,000 people doesn't make you feel good. At least it doesn't make me feel good. Doomtub brings up a good point about public companies' prime obligation to shareholders, because they have to make each earnings quarter look good. And that's also another thing too, is corporations right now, because of the way shareholders have been pushing them, have been focused so much on growth and not steady business, and that has led to a lot of the problems we see. Is they're constantly trying. That's why Netflix is like losing their minds, because they have to show growth, but they plateaued their subscribers. They hit the ceiling, and there's no way of getting more. It's it. Like they capped out, and they're trying to show growth, and they can't. And I think that's what's sort of wrecking corporate America, is this idea that everything has to show growth every quarter. So Any thoughts
You're,
on that, Kaus, before we move on to Digimon?
well, I'm not a business guy, right? Well, marketing, yeah, but I'm not business. But I'm like, I understand saying growth, but look at that short-term growth. Like, yeah, sure, you see our quarter, but you're gonna soon figure it out that, like, wait a minute, over the long period of time, we're actually doing worse.
Yep.
You know?
Case in point, Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Fandom is pretty tired of the quality control problems. Now hearing the people they liked on the live streams have been let go is not making anybody feel good. I think that, as much as we can support the Lightning Collection, and I think it's a great idea, I think Hasbro's bad business practices are going to be the end of it. I don't know how G.I. Joe has a future without Corey as the lead sculptor. They just rescheduled the G.I. Joe stream. It was supposed to be tomorrow. They rescheduled it to March 8th. And I'm like, all right, when we get that stream, how many of the normal people we see aren't going to be there? It's pretty bleak. It's pretty bleak.
How bad was Yokai Watch? I see the chat Muteki T said.
It tanked pretty bad. But I think it died. It died when Toys R Us died. Toys R Us is supporting it, and then Toys R Us died, and then they didn't have a future. I don't think that hurt them as bad as what's hurting them now. Is that it's because of the current CEO is pushing. He's pushing the prices up. He's pushing everything. He's pushing everybody's buttons basically, and us as customers. The thing is that the average customer that doesn't spend their time online buys a $25 figure, and if it's missing accessories or the paint's bad or the plastic's cheap and it breaks, they're not going to buy another one. It's it. They may if they buy one figure that's bad, they might get another one, and then after that second one, they may not go back for a third time.
Yep.
Yeah. I bought all the US Yokai Watch stuff, by the way. I should do a video on that. That would make a fun video, actually.
3DS game.
I'm gonna put that in the notes, guys. You know what? That's gonna be in one of those. I want to make a video on an old toy line things. Sometimes I have like video ideas like this where it'd be great, and then I like go to make them, and I'm like, all right, work. It's a lot of work. I'm gonna put that down in the video ideas, though. We'll just see. I have a text document. Video ideas. Let's see. Yo, Kai, Watch, Hasbro. I also have here's chat. Let me know what you think of this idea. I have this down on my ideas list. I haven't gone through with it yet. It's called Amiibo War Stories, where I basically tell about the crazy times of Amiibos and collecting those. Let me know if that's interesting.
Amiibo War Stories.
Amiibo War Stories. Guys, I raced a dude to the back of a Target for a Robin Amiibo.
Psycho's making a 10th anniversary Bandai Yokai Watch, and Zeltrax mentioned now Chris Cox will probably be out. I mean, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because focusing on short-term profits, stock dropping, and customer goodwill being destroying is how Bob Chapek got kicked out of Disney. So. And Psychos, I don't have every Amiibo, I just have a lot of them.
I only have
most of them.
Wait, I don't even have any. The one I bought wasn't even for me, it was a gift.
Oh yeah. I have all the Smash Brothers ones though. Every one of them. And
because every time I try to get them, I was like, oh, they're gone. Aw.
Yep. Muteki T, I'll go with the Amiibo story. Remember the Rosalina hater? Oh my god, that dude annoyed me.
God.
Like
I remember that.
Someone was like destroying Rosalina Amiibo, and I'm like, those are so hard to get. They're exclusive to Target.
That was so annoying.
It's funny because Kazuya and Sephiroth showed up from Target without any hassle, and I was like, what? You can just order Amiibo? It's been like that since Smash Ultimate, where they've just been available, and I can just buy them, and I can't process it. I got the Zelda Amiibo on sale with the Loft Wing, and I was like, an Amiibo on sale? Like,
right?
I got trauma. I got, like, Amiibo trauma, guys. I stood in front of a Toys R Us for 3 hours to not get a Lucina. I got the Charizard. And I got... who was the exclusive that time? I think it was Bowser Jr. But they only had 2 Lucinas, and I was third in line. The nice part about Toys R Us, though, is that Toys R Us, unlike every other store would make you line up, and then they just either... Like, Target start putting them in the front. They just put out, like, a folding table and just stick the Amiibo there and let everybody just, like, go rat. rad on them instead of getting them all the way back to the back of the store. But Toys R Us, what they would do is they get the little tickets for like bicycles and like the big like playset things. And they just like wrote each amiibo on there, and they looked at their stock and they printed as many tickets for each amiibo that they had. And so they kept all the stock behind the counter, and then they started passing out. They went in the line. They're like, "Which amiibos do you want?" And they start passing out tickets, and that way you would know before they opened if they had the amiibo you were looking for. Like there was some people that left because they couldn't get like a Lucina or a Bowser Jr. or whatever. But like they had the exact stock amounts in tickets, and they just passed them out. First person in line, like whatever you're getting, and they passed them out down the line, and then everybody went inside. And that way, if you didn't want to just buy Amiibo and leave, like if you wanted to go around the store, you could do that because your ticket guaranteed you that Amiibo because it would match the stock.
Oh, that was cool.
Freaking genius. Loved my Toys R Us. I miss them dearly. They were the only. I don't think that was a common practice. I think that was just something my store came up with. But that's how Wave 4 Amiibo went. Is they just passed out tickets down the line. That was
my dad got a PS4
brilliant.
launch day.
PS4 launch day. Oh, that must have been fun.
Went to Toys R Us. They just gave him a ticket, and he was like, "Sweet."
Yeah, I liked the Toys R Us would do stuff like that. They'd think about that. They'd be like, "All right, half hour before opening, boom, here we go. Just pass out tickets." That way, people would not be waiting an hour, get in the store, and find out they don't have any more, or people were fighting over stuff. Like it was smart. And yeah, I am wearing my Green Ranger Funko Pop T-shirt. Yeah, that was the best Amiibo experience, actually. Even though I didn't get a Lucina that day. I bought one from Japan, I think, because, I still needed a Lucina. But that was the best Amiibo experience, was Toys R Us and tickets. Let's talk about Digimon, guys. Digimon Con happened.
Yep.
I didn't watch it, like, intently. I was watching it while, I was watching it on my phone while watching, like, TV with my parents. So I wasn't, like, focused on it because there was a lot of card game stuff. But there's a new Vital bracelet, guys. It's the Vital Bracelet B that I got, except now it's in black and it's got a special logo on it. But more importantly, there's two new dim cards, Dragonic Blaze and Rampage of the Beast. And why am I bringing this up on my live stream? Because, hey, those are Digimon Savers Digimon.
Oh.
It's Shine Greymon and Mirage Galgamon from Digimon Savers, which are the two main, the first two of the main four. And during the stream, they announced that they're doing a plant and insect dim, which has Rosemon. And then they're doing a bird and angel dim that has Ravemon. So actually all four of the main Savers Digimon Megas are on dim cards now. I love it. It makes owning this thing worth it. They don't have the burst modes, sadly, because I don't think they know how to implement them into the dim system. Because to do anything beyond a Mega, you have to Jogress. But they did these polls to add additional Digimon to these, and they announced the results. We're getting like Gumdramon and Arrestordramon in these. And yeah, these two new dims are great. I'm going to get these. I don't need the new bracelet. But yeah, I'm stoked because they showed Shine Greymon. I think they showed Shine Greymon and Rise Greymon in one of the early Vital Bracelet live action shorts, and then he wasn't on any of the dims, and it made me mad. And I do know they're committed to this because it's not just the Megas. They've got Savers Agumon with the little red gloves on them, Geo Greymon, Rise Greymon, and Shine Greymon, and then the Beast ones got Galmon, Galgamon, Mach Galgamon, and Mirage Galgamon. So, Galgamon Crimson mode on the I forget which Guilmon dim it was. He was just an alternate Mega to Galmon. He wasn't a mode change. Same with the Imperial Dramon modes. But yeah, Jerry, what do you think about the dim cards? Because I'm excited for these.
I haven't even tried them yet, but I remember you telling me about them, and I'm really glad they brought the Savers Digimon, because I just got into Savers.
It's like the forgotten show,
perfect
right?
Timing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Savers, and I love seeing their Digimon get represented. Like, we got the Shine Greymon model kit, now we got this. Please, Bandai, make me a super complete selection animation burst mode Digivice. It's the one Digivice I don't have. It's all I want at this point. I would also buy all 8 colors of the Savers Digivice, but Savers is great. if you guys never watched Digimon Savers or Digimon Data Squad, whichever language you want to go with,
Yes.
great show.
Like I said, I just got into it. I'm like, holy crap.
It's great, isn't it? I think it felt like it felt like a more it felt like an evolution of Digimon. Like it was more mature than just like young kid shows, like an older kid show in a lot of ways. Without going like super grim dark like Digimon Survive. Like it was like it's a little bit more mature, but not like super heavy adult themes.
Yeah, exactly.
And also adults get to have Digimon partners in that show, and that is amazing. Because
yeah, I saw that. Like there was even an old man at one point. I was like, what?
Yeah, the old man and his Guapamon. I love that. I love that. Like it didn't matter what age you were, you could have a Digimon partner. So nice compared to the rest of the franchise, where it's like, oh, it's a representation of childhood memories, and I'm like, can I just have a dragon friend for the rest of my life? Thanks. Adding to that, speaking of adult Digimon stuff, Digimon Seekers got announced, which is a novel, not an anime.
Huh.
It's a novel. The novel will be released weekly in English, Japanese, and Chinese. So it's nice we didn't get left out on the translation here. This is the main character. He's a hacker. This is one of his hacker friends. This is another hacker. And then this lady's part of the Digi-Police, who deal with Digimon-related crimes. Look at our new best boy Digimon, Lugamon.
Let's see here.
Look at him. He's
hey,
sweet. I love
wolf.
him. He's a little wolf buddy. He's adorable. He's got all the expressions too. So to go alongside this, they have a novel. They're going to do live action trailers released periodically. I'm assuming with scenes from the novel. And of course, there's Vital Bracelet tie-in. Also, the Digi-Police get this frickin' dragon VTOL jet thing. I like it. And one of the humans has Pulsemon as a partner to tie into the Vital Bracelet. I think it's cool. I'm down to read a novel. I saw someone make a joke. They were like, "Oh, Bandai Namco saw everybody's memes about Digimon Survive
Seekers.
isn't popular because the visual novel and because Digimon fans can't read, and so Bandai took that as, we should take the visual part out of the novel." I like Digimon Survive in concept, but I don't like most of the characters, and I think it makes it really hard for me to like.
Somebody, Smith the Crow mentioned they look like Persona characters. Funny.
They do.
One of the Shin Megami creator or artists did work on Cyber Sleuth.
That's true.
So I'm actually gonna look who's the artist for.
Look
Digimon
that up
Seekers.
I love Cyber Sleuth. I'm a big Digimon fan, but like I don't like most of the video games. I don't know why. Most of the games don't hit me. I like Survive in premise, but like there's some characters like Shuji that I wish I could have him killed faster than the story will let him be.
Cops.
He's so annoying.
Cops.
They heard me talking about wanting to get rid of one of the kids in Survive, and look what happened. Digimon Survive I thought was cool. I do wish it had. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to have, because they said it was going to have more visual novel than tactical strategy. I just wish it was a little bit more balanced. More 50-50, less 70-30. And I like the characters. It's just sometimes I sit there and I'm like reading it and then I like nod off because it's a lot of dialogue because there's like 8 people and it's bouncing things around. And yeah, no, Mutaka D brings a good point. It's because the video games make you de-digivolve to get levels. Yeah, I hate digivolving and de-digivolving. It's why I love the Vital Bracelet, because once you digivolve, you're done. Like, you can just raise stats. You don't have to go back and forth all the time. Kamen Jojo says, if you never watched Digimon before, what is the best starting point for someone new?
That's a good question.
It's weird because it's hard to say start from the beginning, because then you have to get through like early franchise hiccups with Adventure and then Adventure 02, which is the sequel. Zeltrax makes a good point. Tamers is a good starting point because Tamers starts with the characters thinking Digimon is just a video game and card game and anime in their world, and then they find out it's real, so it's a really good entry point. I don't recommend Savers as a starting point, even though it's my favorite, because it does work off of knowing like Digimon tropes. And Ghost Game Ghost Game is the episodic Digimon show it's currently airing. If you like episodic shows that don't have serialized storytelling, that's a good place to start. If you like serialized storytelling, see the rest of the franchise. Yeah, I would say Tamers is a good jumping on point. I think that's actually a pretty good starting point. Muteki T says, watch the Alphamon movie, Digimon X Evolution. I mean, Alphamon's great, but that movie is also really weird if you don't know what's going on. Yeah, I would say Tamers. Cool. So, guess what, guys? Did you know that Digimon Seekers is not just a novel, but a whole merchandise thing? Because of course it is. Smith the Crow says,
Man.
Digimon the movie. That's also a good starting point, because that is one of the most fun experiences. I'm going to get the image dragged up here. So, welcome to the Digivice of Digimon Seekers, the Digimon Linker. I don't think I like the name Digimon Linker. What do you think, Jerry?
After saying Digimon Seeker, saying Digimon Linker feels, I don't know.
It feels
does
wrong.
not roll off its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at this and going, does that look just like a Vital Bracelet B with a new strap? And yeah, it's just a Vital Bracelet B with a new strap. The nice part is that you can just buy the strap. They're not making you buy a whole other device. So I don't like the magenta-y color that the Digivice Double V has. I much prefer this blue color, so I'm all over getting a new strap for this. Even if the magenta buttons are going to clash with it a little bit, I'm not buying another one of these. It's very un-Bandai to just be like, here, have the strap instead of a whole other device. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's better that way. I mean,
I'm happy with it.
As consumers.
Yep. And then, of course, it comes with the Lugamon dim card, so you can get Best Boy Wolf Dude. I love him. And then also, yeah, we got the here's the evolution chart.
Hard for me to find who actually did designs here.
Really? Hey, Jamie's World from the UK. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about Digimon Seekers, the new Digimon novel project that also has a Vital Bracelet tie-in with a new dim card. And a cool new Wolf Digimon. Also, Harrismon lives. Digimon Rearise fans rejoice. Harrismon is in the Lugamon dim card. So yeah, if you liked Rearise and were wondering if Harrismon's ever ending up in a dim card, here he is. His whole evolution line's in here. That's pretty cool. Now, the only downside to this wonderful thing where they're like, here, we'll just sell you the strap and the dim card. The downside, premium Bandai exclusive.
Bandai.
I should have mentioned this. The Dragon and Beast Stims with Shine Greymon and Mirage Galgamon, they're retail, so you should be able to get them from pretty much anywhere. Yeah, I had to order this because I was like, oh no, it's P Bandai. Hopefully the Lugamon dim will come out at retail, maybe without the fancy strap, because I think the dim card looks amazing. But yeah, if you want this, hit up your middleman. I'm not sponsored by them, but Zenin TCG is pretty great. I got mine through them, and it was pretty affordable, all things considered. They said there was going to be international distribution, but the Digimon website doesn't mention this going up on P Bandai US, so I wouldn't be waiting too long. If you want it, go find it. Zenin TCG is a good spot. I would link them, but since I'm not sponsored by them, YouTube says that's a no now. That if you link websites that aren't sponsoring you, which is weird. I just want to share links sometimes, and YouTube's like, that's a weird practice. You shouldn't do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. I got a notification about it. They're like, don't link websites you're not sponsored by. And I'm like, why? We're not getting a new Digimon anime, but we're getting this instead. Ghost Game seems to be coming to an end with episode 68 because its time slot is getting taken over by a new anime. And we're getting this Digimon Seekers novel project. And the next Digimon anime thing should be the 02 sequel movie, which is coming out sometime. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the sticker. You get a die-cut sticker. I mean, the stickers, I think it's, yeah, you get this symbol of like Lugamon. I want to scan that and turn it into a button. I want to put that button on my backpack. It looks cool. Um, but yeah, that comes out in May. The novel starts in April, and yeah, I guess we'll talk about this again if news comes up.
I actually tweeted it out. Maybe we'll get an answer. Maybe. I just asked. Does anybody know who the artist is?
Yeah.
I'm like, forget it.
Let's see. Ryan Hook, welcome to the chat. Random question: are you excited for the new Gridman movie? I'm seriously considering a trip to Japan just to see it. I mean, taking a trip to Japan might be faster than waiting for Crunchyroll's slow ass to actually bring it over.
Yep.
I'm super excited for Gridman Universe. I like SSSS Gridman, but I loved Dyna Zenon. Dyna Zenon was like the Lost Brave series.
Better.
I freaking love Dyna Zenon. So getting a crossover of the two, I'm all in. I'm super excited. It looks great. I like the new Gridman form. I'm all over that, and I'm just sitting here kind of in the same boat of like, if I could go to Japan, if someone like super chats me enough money for a plane ticket, I might do it. Nobody actually do that. That's a lot of money. Don't do that.
Like $20, just have like 1,480 to go.
Yeah, exactly. If everyone super chats $20, we can maybe afford me to go to Japan for a single day. I'll just sleep on the street next to the theater, and then I'll just get on a plane the next day and leave.
Homeless hunt.
Yeah, just they're like, are you lost? No, I'm just a traveler here to see a movie, and then I'm out of here. Sorry. Muteki T says the Dyna Zenon Blu-ray worth it between 40 and 50 or wait for sale. I would wait for a sale. It's a good Blu-ray. It's got the dub, it's got the sub. The subs are good.
$50.
Picture quality, not worth 40 to 50. I bought it at full price, but like, don't. Right Stuff does sales frequent enough. Get it on a Right Stuff sale. Like, they'll do a sale, or see if Funimation will re-release it in a cheaper package. Not Funimation, Crunchyroll. Yeah, I would wait for a sale, but keep an eye on it. Like if you hear about it going out of print, just buy it if you can. But I'm pretty sure it's going to go on sale because most Crunchyroll Funimation titles do. Let's see, Ryan. Just jumping in for a second. Was it confirmed that Ghost Game is going to be 68 episodes? It's not confirmed because Digimon Con just kept saying Ghost Game is entering its climax and would not say the show is ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really frustrating. I was like, could they just say it? Just say it's ending. But it's taking a week off and counting up the episodes. We have episode descriptions through 68 to air the week before that new anime that's replacing it. So we're assuming it's 68. This happened with Digimon Adventure 2020, where we heard it was 66. It ended up being 67. It's likely 68. Unless it moves time slots, that's a possibility. But I kind of doubt it at this point. Colin Jojo says, in Soundout, you return from Japan, come back here with a bag full of toys and a Japanese girlfriend. That could be the best day of any trip I've ever done.
Right. That's a dream, ain't it?
That's a dream right there. Let's see. Matthews Lara, welcome to chat. Ghost Game is the new One Piece. It will never end. I mean, it feels like it at times. I feel like it's just going to end with like a 3-parter. Like they're going to do a 3-parter plot wrap up and then we're done. David V 2002. Did you get the Memorial Kirame changer? I did not. Because I have the deluxe one, and that was enough for me. I like Kiramager though. Smith the Crow, get a waifu in Japan. I mean, thing is, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I'm not saying it's unlikely or likely. I'm just saying you never know what would happen if it actually happens.
What stays in Japan doesn't really stay in Japan.
No, everything. There's too much social media in Japan. You can't do anything in secret.
Especially with a 6'2" foreigner.
Yeah, I would stand out like a sore thumb. Even if I'm wearing my Gundam jacket, I'd stand out pretty bad. Peacemaker 2448, welcome to the chat. If you want an example of what Digimon Seekers will be, Anima Gear has the same format and the same person behind it. Oh, okay. So that's pretty good. Matthias Laura, waifus live in heaven, not in Japan. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I said, well, all right.
All right.
Waifus live in heaven, all right.
Anybody else? I think we're pretty much done on Seekers for now.
Yeah, I couldn't find a stupid artist unless someone tweeted at me.
Yeah. I like the idea. I know it's not for everybody though, but I'll read the novel. I like books.
I mean, it's gonna be in English and Chinese.
The fact it's going to be in English is going to make me to read this every week. Maybe if the live streams get like slow on news, I'll just like do like a Soundout's audiobook version of Digimon Seekers. Just start reading it on stream. All right, these things exist. Hey, is anyone tired of seeing the old VPET bricks? Because I am.
I have one still. Original one from '97.
I have an original from '97. I've got a 20th anniversary, and I got an X, and I'm pretty set. But here's two new ones. Here's two new ones. Kenji Watanabe, famous Digimon artist, did these two new designs. They are super vibrant. There's a Metal Greymon and a Numemon. And they have the Digimon Con logo on them, and they're like special. These are coming to P Bandai US, by the way.
Welcome, David. He said maybe they do. Why do all those aliens attack Japan in Tokyo?
The alien what's the Japanese version of Mars needs moms, aliens need waifus?
Yeah.
Ryan Hook, welcome to the chat. Seriously, hoping Gridman Sigma shows up in Gridman Universe. I'm assuming Gridman's new form is an homage. It's also an homage to Big Man, the concept art for Gridman, because that's Super Raya's new kink. It's like, let's make the concept art real. And yeah, Jason brings up a good point. They're never going to let these die. We're going to get bricks for the rest of our lives, right? Anyways, these are coming to P Bandai US, but not the cool Digimon Seekers thing, so life isn't fair. But yeah, if you guys like Kenji Watanabe's 90s-esque, artwork all over bricks, that's a thing. Do you have any thoughts on this, Kaus?
Well, do they have color screens?
Nope. These are the black and white ones, not the color ones.
The regular ones. I kind of want to.
I can
afford it.
They're really vibrant.
I mean, they're cheap, right? They're not that expensive anyway.
They shouldn't be. I don't know if they're up on P Bandai US yet.
I'd love to just put a battery in my old one and be like, all right, let's see if these still battle with my old one. These new ones.
Yeah, they probably. I've never actually tried it. I should try that sometime. They're not up yet. When was the last time they sold the bricks?
I found one of my Digivices too. Speaking of, one of the rare season 2 ones.
Mm-hmm. The D3.
I need to find the other one though. Yes.
Let's see. What was the price of the last brick that went up on P Bandai US? The last bricks were $35 for 2 of them.
For 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not too bad
at all. I was scared it was gonna be $60 for one.
60 for one was the color version.
Oh.
But so these, I hope these are about like that 35 for 2, because that seems like it would be worth it. They're cool. I mean, I like the bricks, but I feel like I have too many of them.
I just have one old one that I was somehow able to keep.
Yeah.
A lot of my old stuff broke them. That didn't.
Oh yeah. And then last Digimon news, they're like, hey, we know you like the Super CSA D arcs. Here's the gold one for Takato. And I'm like, oh god, here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. At least they're just like, here's one. I mean, I'm still terrified they're gonna just throw out the other 5 Tamers ones. I don't know. I love the Super CSAs. I haven't done a video on the D arcs because they're incredibly involved, and I've been busy doing rundowns and stuff. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I don't know if this is a. I don't know if this is not a. I'm guaranteed to make this video. A video on SCSA D arcs. Question mark. I just want to get. I don't know if I'm gonna do them because I have to dodge a lot of copyright because they have
Stone Cold Steve Austin D arcs. All right.
Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin D arcs. I love the Super CSA D arcs, but they are a lot of music and voice clips, and so I have to spend a lot of editing time on that. So,
oh right, because what, copyright?
Yeah, because they play the full songs.
Oh boy!
During the transformations, I want to do a video, but it will take a lot of editing work. So I just want to get a poll. I'm not guaranteed to do anything with these poll results. I'm just kind of curious, but that's pretty much it for the news. So if you guys have any news you want me to talk about, leave it in the chat. If not, we'll just keep doing AMA stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Let
hang
us
out.
know, because we are not like. There's some of our friends who are very on top of the news.
Yeah.
Me and Soundout, not so much. Well, Soundout more than me, definitely.
I'm on top of the news because Darkon sends me links all day.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on top of the news because other people talk to me about stuff. I'm not usually. I keep track of things in my brain, like once I've heard about them, like I'll remember, but I don't remember when, where, why, or how.
Exactly. I mean, shoot, what was I told you what I was doing? I was just watching Garfield. Like,
Yeah. Muteki T says replace the music with Happy Birthday. That actually would make the video more copyright prone.
oh, if it's the original, right? The Happy Birthday to You one.
Yep. If you use the original Happy Birthday to You, you can actually have to pay royalties if you're in a professional sense.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's why I've always wondered why in shows. As a kid, I was always bad at that. Why would they just sing a Happy Birthday? Why did they sing some weird song? Oh, because they couldn't.
Yep. In a professional manner, you can't sing Happy Birthday. You can't do the full thing, or else you have to pay up. Okay. Let's see, what do we got. Matthews Laura says, have you tried the new Digimon cards? If you're talking about the Digimon card game, I bought a ton of it for a while, and then Bandai started pumping out Vital bracelets and Digivices, and so I've been putting my money into that instead.
Fun story about the card game. Yoshi Sudarso was playing it on that con.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, Yoshi Sudarso was one of the USA players at Digimon Con. Okay, Ryan Hook brings up a really good question. He said, okay, honest opinion. I love Frontier, my personal favorite season. Do you think Frontier deserves the hate it gets? I don't think so. I think that Digimon Frontier gets hated pretty much because it's different.
Which one's Frontier?
The Saint Seiya-like one.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, that explains why he asked about Saint Seiya.
Because the thing is that Frontier has that Saint Seiya element of, like, armoring up, and instead of it being the Saint Cloths, it's Digimon Ancient Spirits. And I love it. I freaking love it. I have, again, Digivice collector, but I have the 2 Super CSAs for Frontier on order. I also own like a D scanner and 2 detectors because I love that season. I think it gets overhated. I really enjoy it. I love the character designs. I love that they don't have Digimon partners. Those kids had to go through different experiences because they didn't have their partners to help them. They had to rely on each other and fight through the battles together, and they went through some stuff. Good show, though. I really do like it. TD, welcome to the chat. Yeah, best theme song, English dub theme song, amazing. Japanese theme song, amazing. The Japanese evolution inserts are incredible. Last Element is like the best Digimon evolution theme. Period. I'm not taking debates at this time. I love Braveheart, but come on. Commodore 64, which team of 5 wins? The gang from Frontier or the gang from Saint Seiya?
What Saint Seiya just... Saint Seiya are like freakishly strong, aren't they?
They are.
But they're like universal level. I don't know.
The question is,
do Digimon also have that? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. The question is, how is the fight going down? Is it, each individual 5? Are each of the 5 going up against one another, right? Because in that case, Saint Seiya's got him smoked. Are the Frontier kids allowed to fuse? Because if you get Susanna Oman in there, then the whole thing's over. Because Susanna Oman's canon can actually reset the universe. So,
well, there you go.
That's the clarifying question. Is it a 1-on-1 5 versus 5 fight, or can the Frontier kids fuse into Susanna Oman? That's the difference.
And then just say no. S.
There's a lot of talk about Happy Birthday songs. I don't know the copyright about Old MacDonald. I don't know the copyright about the Spanish version of Happy Birthday. Yeah. I love the happy birthday song discourse.
Yeah.
I don't have any thoughts on New Generation Stars because even though I've been wanting to watch it, I haven't gotten around to it yet because I just finished watching Ginga like 2 weeks ago. It's a little fresh. Matthias said Frontier is pretty fine, more similar to Battle Shonen, but not in a bad way. Yeah, I thought you said fire for a second, then my brain was going straight to the theme song, Fire.
The
Yeah,
theme
it is.
song is fire.
Yeah, the theme song for Frontier is Fire. They play Digimon Con at the musical performance segment. The composer of Fire, he composed it for Koji Wada, and he did an acoustic version on his guitar as kind of like a tribute to Koji Wada, and I shed a bit of a tear. It was really sweet.
This is a very deep question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Barney a tokusatsu? Because do you count just the suits as a special effect? Because I don't think it has special effects other than the suit, or did it?
Is the definition of special effect making the audience believe something is there that is not real? Because if it is,
yeah.
my
if it is,
my child self at like 2 to 4 years old believed Barney was a real living being. And by that definition, Barney is a tokusatsu. That being said, Barney needs to rider kick people more.
Yeah.
They need more explosions, more special effects. Well, then again, you know what? I was in a Barney tokusatsu. There was a thing back in the late 90s where parents could like order a special made VHS tape for a kid's birthday, and they'd send in the photo, and then the photo of the kid's face would get like photoshopped onto this animated body, and then they'd like go around and get like a happy birthday song from Barney. I still have it sitting around here somewhere.
Well, that's what Simpsons is making fun of.
Yeah, that was the thing, and my parents got me a Barney VHS tape with me in it. So technically, that was a lot of special effects work because they were like motion tracking my child face on a body. So by that definition, yes, Barney is tokusatsu. Yeah, no, there you go. Answer solved. I really want to learn how to rip VHS tapes.
I know, me too. So many I need to rip.
SSJ4 Jason, I'm glad Supro is letting Zero rest and letting Zet be the one that appears in every Ultra show. I agree. I mean, Bandai's still pushing Zero merch like nobody's business. It's funny because they advertise the New Generation Stars with the Battlenizer thing as like a Zero device, and then Zet's been using it. It's really funny. How I think Super Rai is like, let's move on to Zet, and Bandai's like, Zero merch. Peacemaker says, I wish the other kids in Frontier got fusion forms in show besides the main two. I agree. Some of those designs are so cool. Like the actual fusions. They just didn't have the money for the evolution scenes, is what I heard. What else we got?
Is SpongeBob an anime? In Japan, anything animated is called anime, if you want to go by that technicality.
Also, isn't SpongeBob done by Asian studios? I don't think it's animated locally because I don't think anything is.
Probably. I mean, yeah, if it's not Japan, it's Korea.
Yeah. Barney versus Godzilla needs to happen now. Not right now. I'm streaming. I can wait. Linus Tech Tips made a video on how to rip VHS tapes. I will look into that later. I need to sit down and learn this. I need to learn this magic. I want to do this. Common Jojo says, Soundout, can you make a new room tour video and make it very long? I could, except part of this room is not... The part you can't see on camera is not very clean, and I need to work on that first. And actually, I'm not going to tell you guys what Wednesday's video is, because I'm looking at the mess I made earlier. But you get part of my room tour in that, so stay tuned. Smith the Crow says, with Nendoroid, Tails, and Sonic on the way, I sense a Sonic re-release. I do too. I saw the Tails and Knuckles, and I was like, damn it, I have the Sonic. God, collectors are hoarders with plans. Right, Jerry? I think Chaos vanished. Alright, anyways, we'll keep moving along. Yeah, they did a bunch of Zero stuff, even though it was 80th anniversary. That's true. How about Bionicle? I deeply love Bionicle, and I was deeply upset at Lego for doing a new Bionicle set, making it only a gift with purchase item with $100 purchase, and then not having any of the Lego stuff I would actually not mind having as part of it. So, Spin Dash, yeah, that's a good point. Sonic could use a re-release. Yeah, I was talking about how I was going to buy 2 more Nindoroids.
I want to buy an Nindoroid. I wish they were less than like
$70.
$60.
Yeah, 60 to 70. Because like I was like, I gotta get Tails and Knuckles. Because I already have Sonic. This is J4 Jason. 80 doesn't give enough love. Yeah, he doesn't. Even though he got a chance to shine Absolute Conspiracy. That was like his best moment. That was the best moment he got since Mabius.
Ultraman 80, man.
Ultraman. His theme song is my favorite.
Yeah, I scared Wheels with it.
Yep.
I was watching it once. And I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And like it, before you hear Ultraman 80, you hear, woo! I live near.
Anytime that song comes up in my playlist, my day is instantly better. I love that song. I love 80s theme song. It's so good.
It is. It cheers me up.
It does. It's good vibes. Smith the Crow, you could have gotten the Lego Spider-Man set with Morbius. Yeah, it didn't qualify. The only things you could get to the only things that qualified for the Tahu gift with purchase was the Lego brands. None of the licensed stuff counted. I looked at that Spider-Man set with Morbius and was like, yeah, maybe. And I was going to get like the Ghost Rider mech and like the Fast and Furious Dom with Charger and the James Bond car. And then none of it qualified. So I was like, you know what? I'm not spending $100 on Lego City to get a Bionicle that's like small. I mean, it looked cool, but it was annoying. Smith the Crow asked, have you played any Tony Hawk or Klonoa games?
Ooh, I played both of those.
I played Tony Hawk on my grade school computer back in the day.
I had Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3, 4, and I played Klonoa 1. And I actually played the remake too, the remake.
Yeah.
Came out on PS4.
That's right, it came out recently.
Underrated. And the old Tony Hawks were great.
Yeah. No, I remember playing Tony Hawk 2 on a PC that was...
a lot of people got into specific music because of that game soundtracks.
It's like how I got into specific music because of Digimon the movie and Transformers the movie. And the Dragon Ball Funimation dubs with the rock music.
Oh, yep.
That defined my music taste pretty solidly. I was going to say Tony Hawk 2, there was a computer in the computer lab in my elementary school that had it installed for some reason. And the blood was turned off, and then we figured out how to turn the blood back on.
My school had Wolfenstein 3D for some reason.
Wolfenstein in your school computer?
Yeah.
That's funny.
In 4th grade, we'd play Wolfenstein. Everybody's like, you're going to play Math Blasters or whatever the word is. And we're like, hey, you've got Wolfenstein here? Wait, what?
I feel like some teacher put things on I feel like some teacher installed it, and then
teacher,
kids just found it because we were tech savvy. There was an article someone was talking about like kids today aren't going to be as tech savvy as like the previous generation because they never had to deal with crappy computers.
Yep.
Like they never had to like figure out how things worked because everything just works automatically. Let me catch up on the chat here. What do we got? Jeffrey Giraffe, welcome to the chat. New room tour video, etc. Yeah, I'm going to do it at some point. I need to get everything like in place so I can just do one video through it all. Lots of love for 80. Ultraman Jack is neglected. Spin Dash has every Persona 5 Figma. I do as well.
I would love to get them.
They're so expensive. I spent too much money on them. I ordered Violet and I didn't even play Royal.
I was playing it yesterday, shoot.
Yeah. Smith the Crow said Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 had Papa Roach, Power Man 5000, and Rage Against the Machine. That's probably the first time I heard Rage Against the Machine. It's probably the first time. Jason says, every time I fight Lord Slug in any game, I can't help but hear Disturb blaring in the background.
I begin to stupefy. Yeah.
Spin Dash brings up a good point. Wolfenstein was educational. Nazis equal bad guys. I
Yeah.
agree. Apparently Barney's getting a new animated series according to Zeltrax. That's gonna see Barney's just following in the tradition of Gridman and Garo, getting their anime adaptations of the Tokusatsu years later. Were your guys cool math game kids? I played cool math games because I had to. But as soon as we found the Tony Hawk, we just started doing the Tony Hawk part instead. I didn't hate cool math games. I actually found that to be kind of fun. It was more fun than real math.
Well, yeah, it's always more fun than real math.
And yeah, those Spider-Man curtains are vintage 2002 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I have a pillow back here. I don't know if you can see it. I should move those pillows. You guys should see what hangs behind my bed. The secrets of the Soundout room. Yeah, here's the pillows that go with the curtains, the bed sheets, and the pillows are all a whole thing. I had them as a kid, and I still have them because, there's that. I don't know. Let's see. So I move that. Everyone can. Son of a gun! I have too many pillows because I like pillows, but everyone see my promotional X-Men cardboard display? That's from the toy promotion, I think. I don't know how my dad got it from the toy store, but he did, and I've had it ever since. That's from the first X-Men movie. And now it sits behind my bed, because I don't know where else to put it. It's cool, though. It's the Cerebro door. Yeah. Someone saw the Figma Joker at a local game store for $200. God, even the video game action figure market's as bad as the video game market. You know what? Jason's got a good point. When are we getting a Lord Slud figure art?
That is a very good question.
I want them to make him big.
Yeah, exactly.
Make him Uzaru sized.
That's what it should be.
Smith the Crow says there were several games we played in 4th to 6th grade on the school MacBooks. A few of them include Minecraft, Left 4 Dead, and NFS Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted 20.
I wish I had my man. That's way after my time.
That's a
I am
fire. That's a fire collection.
For real, like, man, my computer, we had like Math and Oregon Trail to Wolfenstein 3D. That was it.
Yeah. I played a lot of Oregon Trail.
We always died of dysentery.
I played Minesweeper a lot. Actually,
yes.
I played Minesweeper in college.
I feel old.
I was really bored in Intro to Computers.
Have any of those games?
Yeah, Intro to Computers. I had to do Intro to Computers for college in order to take a graphic design degree courses. I was like, why? I know how computers work. So I took
welcome, Small Dream, if we didn't already.
Oh, hello, Small Dream. I took Intro to Computers during my last year of high school as a dual credit. And it was great. And the teacher was like, you can work ahead. So all the class was Word, PowerPoint, Excel. That was it. Word, PowerPoint, Excel. That's all the class was. So she was like, you can work ahead. So I worked ahead, and then I started playing Minesweeper, and I got really good at it. And then for 2 weeks, she noticed that I wasn't really paying attention to the lectures, and she was like, yeah, I checked it. I noticed you turned in all the work for the semester. Do you want to just show up for the final? And I was like, yeah, that'd be nice. And she's like, cool. Yeah, just come back in 3 weeks.
That's funny.
So then all my dual credit days in high school, I just go home at like noon.
But like friggin', it was a girl that would do that. She was allowed to work ahead.
Honestly, work ahead in college classes was the best.
Plays Minesweeper.
Yeah.
You know how I passed that class? All I did was look at the exercise book and name files, the exercises, and that's it. And actually do any work.
That's
and then
smart.
the teacher would ask, you're not just he would ask, you're not just naming these files and pretending you did the work, right? And I'm like, no. He's like, all right, I believe you. B+. All right.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah,
thanks. But they also had Skyrim. Shoot,
Skyrim. Oh my god. That reminds me of like my church. They had like an upstairs room that they had like a youth group meet in, and they got a PS3 one time with Skyrim, and I was like, "What does this have to do with religion?"
I don't know. What? I could make a sermon out of that,
You
but
could.
yeah,
Yeah, it was just so weird. I was like, how did this even get here? I don't think it was anybody's personal PS3 because it sat up there for like 6 years. Like nobody stayed that long. So it was a church on a military base, so people like left
oh
every
wow,
2 years.
yeah, people would, yeah, probably just somebody who, yeah.
The people that ran that place was the retirees. They stayed.
You were what? Wait, would it be right to call you an army brat?
No, because my dad was Air Force,
Oh,
and I didn't move around a lot because he was really
yeah,
good at his
that was like
job.
yeah, you moved
Yeah, so
around a lot, yeah.
he spent I think the back half of his Air Force career just here. So we didn't like move, which was nice. I mean, I actually have like a hometown. Um, that's how I got from Iceland to here because he was stationed in Iceland, and he got stationed here, and that's pretty much it.
I wasn't even an army brat. Yeah, here I was moving around like all of New England and the Midwest. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
But yeah, no, it's so the thing was like I have like connections to the military base, and then the church I went to, I was their sound tech. I was their very stressed out,
oh,
underappreciated sound tech.
Monteki T. That's probably just a Nintendo tax. Yes. Why is Skyrim full price on Switch still?
Yeah, it might be Nintendo tax. It might just be. It might be because of the cost of the Switch card. That could be part of it. Which I guess is a Nintendo tax.
Because like on Steam, it's like I got it for like $10, and then on PS4, PS5, I got it free.
Mm. Do you know how I got out of being the sound tech at my church?
Oh,
COVID.
I remember you telling me about those days. I remember you being stressed that day, and I was like, man, one of these days I'm gonna go there for you and be like, this is for Martin Luther, and start a fight.
Because the thing was is that like the people in the choir appreciated me, and a few other people appreciated me, but like we had 3 different priests who were like incredibly disrespectful and didn't listen to what I was saying about not turn off your microphone on and off all the time through the whole freaking service. Because they'd always like get mixed up, and then they'd have their microphone off when it should be on, and I was just like, please just leave it on.
Oh boy.
Please just leave it on.
Yeah, that's why I remember I said I wanted to start a fight.
I was like, I am paying attention to everything up here. I will just mute and unmute you. You don't have to turn it off and on. Yeah, so it was frustrating. I finally got like up in the chain of a bunch of volunteers running that church, and I got like actual movement into having a position that like had credit, and then COVID happened and everything closed, and then the church dissolved and became a new church that was only for active duty military, and so yeah, we never went back. I got out of it though.
I got the idea. Yeah.
I got out of it, so I don't mind. It was good. I had a lot of experience working with really wonky sound equipment, and I put that on my resume. That's on my resume that I worked for 7 years as a sound tech at a church.
I mean,
we don't talk about the fact I did it for free, but we just put it down in the resume because it's experience.
Exactly.
And who are they going to call to double check any of the info? No one's there anymore.
Nobody.
They told retirees they can't come anymore, and so there went the whole church. Spin Dash mentions Number Muncher on an Apple II-3.
Wow.
Or no, Apple
2E.
Yeah. 2E, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Number Muncher. Smith the Crow said their school's MacBooks had a student shared folder where I'm assuming other kids got through district, mainly high school, and most likely installed games on the MacBooks for us to enjoy. That's pretty cool. Like
It makes me wonder why Apple won't. Why there isn't as many game ports for Mac now? Well, considering so many people do play on Mac, I don't understand that at all.
I don't either. Muteki T, you bring up a good point, because that guy has literally lied about everything down to his name. Like, do we even need to tell the truth on resumes anymore? That guy got all the way to, like, the House, whatever. He got all the way to Congress off of complete lies. Why do we need to be honest on our resumes?
Exactly.
Talk about fake it till you make it.
You reminded me. I should put that one acting credit I had then. Shoot. I was in a commercial.
See, there you go. Put it down. I put down my, my background acting in a short film. Is Captain X a good superhero name? I think so. You put X into any name and it sounds awesome.
X makes it edgy already. Yeah.
Ultraman
X
X.
Benjamin.
X Benjamin.
Oh wait.
A Collector K9. Have you been trying to type stuff and it's not going through? You're the second person to say that.
He put questionable hate speech in your chat.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's why it's not going through, because we don't want to have that on the chat.
We don't want that here.
I'm not a mod, so I don't even see.
Yeah, I see what you posted.
I literally got here, and the first thing he said, I was like, "That's technically questionable."
Yeah, that's because we don't want like YouTube flagging us. That's why I also don't like say certain things, because.
Oh right, because YouTube's super. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like
There's a couple times where I started singing lines from a song. Oh God, I hope Soundout doesn't get. I got scared. Like, oh God, stop.
Yeah, no, we always have to work with it. But yeah. So that's the only reason why, is because we got to be.
It's YouTube
also the other issue
since it goes through to the actual screen too.
Also,
be careful.
Also, some of you guys don't use the live chat. You're using top chat features, so that's your problem. That's a problem with YouTube. We shouldn't have top chat. We should just have live chat.
Why is there two different chats?
I don't know.
Because they're stupid.
Facebook does the same thing with comments.
Yeah,
you won't see.
Like technically,
you only see like 2.
Technically, some comments made, are hate speech. Like a comment I could say in regards to Collector K9's comment would be considered hate speech, only though I'm using it as an example, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, there's certain things we won't just like let through the chat, because we don't want to like. The thing is that, and this comes down to it, is that like there's a lot of what was I about to say?
Oh.
It's complicated, and it's more complicated than we get into our little YouTube show where we talk about toys mostly. So we'll leave it at that. But I see what Collector K9 was saying, and you know what, you got your valid point, but we can't talk about it here too deeply, because that will get us in trouble with somebody. Yeah. I've had there was a I was responding to a comment without saying it, because that got me in trouble on a live stream before. Certain individuals in the country have bots that will come find you.
Oh, I remember that time.
It was a whole missing live stream because of that.
Golly.
Yeah. So anyways, glad you guys found top chat versus live chat. I'm currently displaying live chat. But yeah. We need a Dreamcast Mini. I agree.
Oh, we so do.
I just don't know how that would work, though, because Dreamcast games are huge. They have weird file sizes.
Yeah, the GD-ROM held 1 gigabyte instead of 700 megs, which is still, oh boy. I know it's because I tried to download Shenmue before.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, am I glad they really re-released that.
Saturn Mini, I think, is in the same boat of file sizes.
Oh god, Saturn Mini is really weird to emulate.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird. Just in general.
Just give M2 an infinite budget.
There you go.
Stretching my back a little bit. Do you guys want a AAA Super Sentai or Kamen Rider game? Yeah, that'd be cool. Bandai doesn't care, though. They'll just keep pumping out the same crappy game over and over again.
What?
I want a AAA Gundam game. Like a legit AAA Gundam game, not like...
Not GBO?
Not GBO, not Evolution, not SD Gundam Battle Alliance with its no pause button.
Yeah, that game would have been a lot better if it had.
I just wanted a pause button.
All right. 18
updates and no pause button.
It's like, do you not know how to just make it so only online has no pause button? No.
Bat Ride War and Memory of Heroes were cool, but they weren't great. And the reason why is because it's like, I like Bat Ride War, but the graphics were always a generation behind the system it was actually on.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah, and
some of those Kamen Rider games.
Very polygony. I didn't play Memory of Heroes, but it looked good. More things like that would be great, where it's not trying to tie into a current media thing, and it's just like, let's celebrate the universe thing. New Generation Fighting Evolution. Oh, for Ultraman? Yeah, that'd be great. We need more Ultraman games. I like Ultra Kaiju Monster Ranger, though. That one's fun. A Super Robot Wars style Toku game would be good. That would be fun. They did those back in the day.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what I got in the mail? I got super thick DVD sets of Young Indiana Jones, because we talked about this on the stream. Like, I don't know, how many weeks ago did we mention Young Indiana Jones? It was a few weeks ago. Someone asked about it, and I ended up just deciding I'm just going to buy the DVDs because I don't see it getting a Blu-ray at this rate. And if it does, so this is the thing too. The reason why I was like, let me just get the DVDs, even if they do a Blu-ray later, like hypothetically. I was not ready for the 12 DVDs, the 12 disc volume 1 of this show. I don't know if anyone can see. I love this. I prefer this style packaging to a lot of modern stuff, but
that's ridiculous.
12 discs, and this isn't the entire show. You know what? This is the kind of thing where I'm like, this is a shelf killer, but right now I'm so nostalgic for something like this. Like, they have like one episode per disc and then the bonus features. Or in like the case of disc 3, it's all bonus features. And what it is this show is only 22 episodes long. And so across the 3 sets, volume 1 is 12 discs, and then volume 2 and I don't have volume 3 yet, it's still shipping. Volume 2 and 3 are 10 discs each. So this thing is 32 discs for 22 episodes, which just sounds insane. And it's because these are the extended cuts of the episodes. They're like an hour and a half each, I think. And then on top of that, there is 94 historical documentaries that are companion pieces to each episode across all 3 volumes. And I like historical documentaries, so I'm super into this. I'm like, yeah, history. Because basically it's like, here's an episode of Indiana Jones where he's like dealing with the demons of deception, but then it has like, a documentary about reading the enemy's mind, espionage in World War I, or Marshal Pétain's fall from grace, like actual things that correlate, like the historical context to the episodes and what happens in them. Like there's this one about animal warfare in World War I that I'm really excited to watch. So, yeah, I'm totally into this. So even if they do a Blu-ray, I don't think they're gonna bring over all these bonus features. So, yeah, Young Indiana Jones DVDs. I got these buy one get one half off. Amazon put them on a buy one get one, but only volume 1 and 2. So I ordered volume 3 from deep discount.
World War I thing you brought up is, World War I, man, they were like starving wolves and stuff and training wolves to attack guys in trenches.
Oh
Shit
yeah,
nuts.
It's crazy. That episode.
So this is young Indiana Jones. Where's young Heracles?
Exactly. Where is he?
Yeah, that's a good question.
When are you going? When are you coming home? That's all I gotta say.
All about Orgus. It always comes back to Orgus. Common Jojo asks if we played the PS2 Garo game. I keep trying to emulate it and it keeps breaking.
Oh, I want to get that.
It was funny when Garo vs. Road was playing the Garo PS2 game on an arcade cabinet, and I'm like, that's not how that was released.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
The 2004 Star Wars sets they take up a lot of space, but the bonus features are not on the Blu-rays. Especially, it was after they did the prequel trilogy, they put out the original trilogy again, and I was like, I don't want to buy them again. They're like, it comes with the theatrical versions. I was like, all right, I'm buying them, and I still keep those things around because they're like, that's the last time the theatrical cuts were released, the only time on DVD, and they're not the best transfers because they were done off the laser discs. But yeah, no, I definitely keep those. And Brian, I will make an updated Marvel Legends collection video. I kind of want to redo the shelf before I do, because it's a mess back there. I mean, I just got figures on top of figures. I might do it. It probably will happen because I do need some filler videos to give myself a break, and that's a good, easy one to do.
You're gonna need to like retweet the posts or start posting them on your Twitter, because with Jetpack being down, we're gonna need to actually start sharing articles.
Oh yeah, the article link things.
Yeah, because Jetpack wants to charge now, and
Hey
it's
everybody,
ruining
go
all
check
sales.
out hero-club.com right now and click on every article we have.
Just click on as much, because for some reason Jetpack wants to charge us now for promoting our articles on social media.
Yep.
No. Dang.
So if you guys could go like...
And here's the deal, because they're rolling it out unexpectedly, they're charging people $1 this year, but next year you have to pay $120
Jeez.
to use Jetpack. They want you to pay more than it is to host a site.
Yep.
Audience?
Let's see.
So
David
we might as well, we might as well, just try to get a Patreon going at this point, since they're out to
try
us.
to kill us with fees. But back to the chat. We don't talk about 4K 77. Wink, wink. Don't listen to us, YouTube. I know all about it, but we're not going to talk about it. Let's see. Spin Dash got his Star Wars DVDs in a fancy tin from Best Buy. That's awesome. I love weird pack. I need to do some traditional disc discussion videos again, because I feel like I haven't done one in forever because of all the Tokusatsu stuff. Like, I need to do just one that's like, let's talk about great DVD releases or something.
Like those Voltron ones from 2006.
Like those Voltron ones. Like these Young Indiana Jones sets. These are great. Kiva66, welcome to the chat. Yu Yu Hakusho figure arts, what do you think? I'm in.
Well, I mean, it'd be great, but the only ones made right now are fake ones.
Exactly. I want, like, legit. Let's do some let's get some Yu in figure arts. Why not? We're doing all these other shonen stuff. Psycho O's, yes, I do need to do an updated Power Rangers Rider and Ultra collection. I also need to, like, clean and organize those shelves so they look presentable. Muteki T, I've heard the trademark Ultraman Blazer running around.
Yeah, they've been calling it Blazer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it was originally trademarked as Gazer. Then Kamen Rider's like, we have a Gazer, and then Ultraman's like, we have a Blazer.
Different thing, totally.
We'll see what happens. Brian says that I don't know anything about Motu, but I like your Motu videos. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I don't make enough of them because I think Pixel Dan covers Motu really well. So I'm like, what do I do that's different? And then I'm like,
nothing.
I didn't really got much.
You don't even get them sent to you on time.
I haven't even bought any in a while because of all the other stuff coming out. DVDs with game demos.
Oh, dude. I still have all of mine. All of them.
Here's another thing. Here's another flashback for you guys. Do you guys remember DVD-ROM? Disc 12 of the Young Indiana Jones Volume 1 is an interactive bonus disc with DVD-ROM features of an interactive timeline and historical lecture.
That's pretty cool.
I want to see if I can get them to run on my computer now. Yeah.
My DVD of Star Wars Return of the... No, which one's the last prequel movie again? Sith,
Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, that one. Came with a demo for Battlefront.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it did.
That's crazy.
You could play it only on Xbox, but yeah, it did. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh!
Let's see. Do I own all of Simpsons on physical media? I don't. And
I don't even own it, and I'm a humongous Simpsons fan. Jerry's
the humongous Simpsons fan. Well, I don't know why I just picked up the Sonic figure I picked up at Target the other day, but I got a new Sonic toy. Anyways, I don't know why I randomly pick up things that are on my desk. I apologize.
I was gonna tell you, I will throw Simpsons in there, even if it's gonna happen.
Jerry's the Simpsons expert of the group, honestly. I like the Simpsons, but I think the only thing I own is the movie.
That's all I own too on Blu-ray.
Yep.
I'd love to get some of those season discs because they have some good commentary on them. They actually do. They have like some pretty interesting commentary.
I think my favorite commentary is the Seth MacFarlane one.
Oh boy, on Family Guy.
On the really dark Simpsons gag they did.
He was like,
yeah, no, I already talked to Matt. He's cool with this. No. We need this blood feud to end. What blood feud?
Yeah.
I love commentary tracks. That's something that's missing a lot lately.
Seth MacFarlane's like, there's no blood feud.
Like, I love how he looked at the guy and he goes, what blood feud are you talking about? And then he realized it was the executive producer overgraining that was like, I hate those guys.
Yeah. Why did Kamen Rider become Metal Heroes? Because
Thank you.
we were talking about this earlier, like
Mm-hmm.
that Metal Hero replaced Kamen Rider, and then Kamen Rider became Metal Hero.
And then Kamen Rider tried to replace Sentai.
Now, yeah.
Saber's a Sentai and Don Brothers is a Kamen Rider show. Try to change my mind, you won't succeed. Small Dream says the
Hey,
Gazer
it's a better
trademark
Kamen
was
Rider
fake.
show than Fies.
Oh, I haven't seen Fies.
Yeah. The Gazer trademark was fake, which means Kamen Rider Gazer is even more amusing. What if Toei saw that and was like, let's get it first? They saw the
Just
fake
pure
fake
petty.
version.
You know what? I can believe that.
I
can
believe
believe
it.
it.
They've always
Especially
been
Toei.
petty.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Toei likes the fact that Ultraman's creeping up to be like the number 2 toys brand. Like Ultraman's now the number 2 boys brand at Bandai. I don't think Toei likes that.
They hate the fact that freaking Ultraman's coming back. Subaraya also doesn't like that Bandai's getting a better stranglehold on them.
Bandai needs to give them some of that profit because they're
yeah. That's why they
want
that. That's why they keep trying to push the DVDs that are, how should I say, como se dice, not as good as we thought they'd be. I mean, they're still better than what they should. You know what? They're still better, right?
They're
like,
better
they're
than the Sentai DVDs simply because the price is they're a third of the price of the Sentai DVDs.
And the subs aren't just entirely stolen off of fan subs.
Yeah. I mean, the subs for it's not like the subs at the Ultraman sets are perfect. Like, there's some really bad examples, but for the most part, they're pretty good, and you get them for like $20.
Exactly.
Russian Wanderer says everyone bet on Kuga 25th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray with true HD remaster instead of an upscale. It's never happening. Show was done on videotape. What we got, the fact we got what we got, and it looks as good as it does. That's a win.
Kind of reminds me of watching Die Ranger, wondering why that looked.
That's because that was all shot on tape too.
Yep.
It was shot on film, and the VFX were done on tape.
Well, here's the interesting part, though. Subaraya has recently got a specialized upscaler that's actually working to try to restore tape to almost film-level quality.
Discotek's using the same software.
Yeah. So we might actually have better Ultraman than we will Kamen Rider or Sentai.
I don't think Toei will invest in Rider and Sentai looking better, but I think Ultraman will make... Subaraya always will push hard.
Well, don't forget, Tiga was shot on tape, but it still looked like it was shot in the early 2000s versus being shot in the 90s.
Mid-90s. Let's see. Kamen Rider could have been adapted as Beetleborgs if Saban gave them given Rider another chance in the 2000s. Nah, I don't think. The thing is, I think Kamen Rider just doesn't work as an adaptation because it's not Power Rangers enough to be a Power Ranger spinoff, and it's not distinctive enough to get people to say, "Oh, this is different." Like Ultraman is distinctively different. They should. You see, that's the thing. If Bandai would sell stuff in the West more, maybe their profits would be higher. I also say this for Ultraman because why do we not get the Bandai toys? Yeah. We've got 7 more minutes in the stream, so if you guys have any more questions, just toss them in now because we're wrapping up soon. We're closing out at a solid 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Because last week
I wonder why.
It's because I'm tired and I don't want to. We also don't have that much like news. That's why that's why we've just been chatting for the last 40 minutes.
I don't know. I think there's other reasons.
Yeah, Sentai is easier to adapt. Brian's like, do you collect McFarlane Spawn figures? I guess you missed it earlier when I went.
Oh, we were. Yep.
I was like, look, there's Todd McFarlane's toy line. Violator's not there because he fell over again. Yeah. Muteki T asks if we're excited for Armada, Megatron, and Legacy. I am. You guys? Armada, Megatron, Mr.
Yeah,
Hornhead.
More Armada toys.
He's excited.
Armada toys are probably some of the best toys, except outside of Cybertron. Like Energon toys have the problem of they have the power link system, which was cool in show, but that's why Energon toys kind of get shafted. Is that Cybertron and Armada have the better, easier engineering about them because you don't have to work in the whole one robot becomes your upper torso, the other one becomes your lower torso.
Yeah, that's why Armada, we'll probably see Energon Megatron before we see anything else.
Yeah, because all the Energon toys incorporated some kind of crazy ass gimmick, with the exception of, I think, like you said, Megatron,
Scorponok.
Orpanaut, they were all like freaking combiners where they would link together. And Cybertron's gimmick was a spring-loaded key thing, which they were able to replicate without having to have the gimmick built in. They're like, hey, what if we just put the slot for a key and maybe weapons or mix and just make that, like if they wind turbine wheels, they'll have that. If they have a thruster that's built into their gun, they have that, stuff like that.
Yep.
So those ones are probably the best cost-effective toys you'll see. Energon, while they have some cool designs, and probably the most memorable thing about Energon.
Yeah.
Hell, don't forget, Jerry used to make us think it was Energon, and then we found out it was Armada the entire time.
Oh, the one that I liked watching or whatever?
Yeah, you would always be like, yo, I loved Energon. And then I'd show Jerry actual Energon, and he was like, this isn't what I like. And we're like, then which one was it? Was it Armada or Cybertron?
Well, anyways, on that note, Super Jam, welcome to the chat. 'Cause I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Is the toy industry in trouble? Final thoughts. I think we're going to have a rough year. With Hasbro not realizing how they're screwing up their own business. Mattel is having trouble selling action figures. Bandai's oversaturating everybody with everything. I think it's going to be a rough year. I think it's going to be a year of change. I think some business practices are changing this year. At least I hope so. It's probably going to be the roughest year since Toys R Us died, if I'm going to be honest. That's just me projecting like what I think will happen. But yeah, some of the ultra replicas are getting US releases. That's right.
I think it's going to be bad, though, for the toy industry, too, is because, like, Hasbro keeps trying to cut people down when it's not the best thing to be doing right now, when their toys are already crapping out on us.
Yeah, I found out today that we lost another Power Rangers team member.
Who's this one?
The marketing lead.
Oof.
Oh, right, we were talking about that. Yeah.
They even have a marketing lead? I didn't know.
Was Sam a marketing lead? I know Sam kept hosting streams. But, yeah, Sam got laid off. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character, you say. I'm a 5Ds, Mark.
You say is probably the best one.
Look, going fast makes me feel alive, and my heart beats in hyperdrive, alright? It's Yusei. I actually don't think I have any... I don't think there's even a competition. I think it's straight up Yusei Fudos.
It's usually Yusei, and then it's Kaiser. It's Kaiser Truesdale, Zane Truesdale.
I think my second favorite character is actually Kaiba.
Kaiba would be my favorite character if he would get the stick out of his ass.
Yeah. I like Kaiba. Kaiba in Dark-Sided Dimensions is like my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh!
My favorite part is because the anime thought Kaiba was too petty. They wrote him into the final act where he does a Vegeta going, I respect you, Yugi. And then freaking the creator was like, no, I want him to stay petty. And everyone's like, really?
Yep.
Really?
Rumor of Tidal... So, I said this before. I will just say this quick. Tidal Wave as a Titan would only work if they could have separate pieces of him that eject out to attach to Megatron. That's how I would do it. I would just have it... Like, it'd be... Oh! Make it an Evo Fusion gimmick. There you go. Top 3 secondary riders... Vulcan, Beast... There's one... Oh,
oh, boy.
Zaranos. Done.
I was gonna say... Ixa.
I was gonna make the joke because of Zaranos, because he was the main rider.
Yeah, he was the main rider. All right. This is a good debate, and I will let... This is gonna be the quick answer, okay? Everyone's gonna have an answer to this. This is going to go round table. Which Dragon Ball Z movie has the best U.S. soundtrack? I'm going with Cooler. Jerry, which one?
It's straight up Cooler.
All right, cool.
Although Broly is close behind because of Pantera.
Broly, that's the only song, too, I remember outside of the one when Krillin accidentally punches Goku in the face.
Broly has a really good score, though. The actual score between the songs is really good.
Oh, yeah.
The one for the first Broly.
I like how you guys explained to me there's between a score and a soundtrack, and I was like, what?
Yeah, a lot of people in the Tokusatsu community never understood what the hell that meant back in the day. When people would ask, what's your favorite background track in Kamen Rider? They'd be like, it's Supernova from Kiva. and me and Soundout would be like, no, what's your favorite background track? And they'd be like, Supernova, and we're like, no, that's an insert song.
And I'm always like, it's anything by Toshihiko Sahashi.
Exactly.
Anything by Tokusatsu.
Louisiana House Fire.
Part of the reason why Geats is so good is because Toshihiko Sahashi is doing the score. Brian said he saw 30 Lightning Collection Dino Charge Green figures at his Burlington. God, talk about discount stores.
Buy them all and find out which one's the best one.
Well, it's not the one with the bad QC. The Dino Charge Green was pretty good.
Oh, okay. Dino Charge Green. Yeah. Sorry.
Opinions on Pendulum Summoning. Now. I quit the game when Pendulum Summoning existed. It was too much for me. I was like, nope, that's just too much to keep up with.
Here's the funny part. When Pendulum Summonings first came out, it was more complex than what it actually was supposed to be. And then Konami, I think, retrained it, so it was a lot smoother. Because when I was learning how to use Pendulum Summon, depending on which number went left or right, you would like have this weird, horrible time, and it wouldn't work correctly. And then they were like, "Oh wait, that makes no sense," because a lot of people won't know that or understand that you have to go like left to right, low to high. So it led to really weird stuff.
And last question, because I'm going to wrap this up. You guys like Rider Chips? I like Rider Chips. Blessed Wind is like my favorite Rider Chips song.
I believe that they should only do insert songs and never openings, because I believe Element is a bad song for an opening. Even though the one opening that
I think it's a great song, it just doesn't work as an opening.
Yeah, like the one song that should have been maybe an opening was Lord of Speed for Kabuto. And that's the funny part, because I'm not even a huge Kabuto fan, and I think Lord of Speed was the real theme song of the show.
It's great. All right, well, on that note, we're heading out. We'll be back here Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern like usual. I need a nap, and I need to start watching Young Indiana Jones. So priorities, right? Sleep and TV. But anyways, we'll be back Monday. There'll be a video Wednesday. Should be a Transformers video Friday for the Legacy Rundown, assuming I get it all done. It is a holiday. I forgot that. But anyways, we'll be back regardless, because it's not like holidays mean nothing to me when you
catch
set your own
Soundout
schedule.
Tomorrow. Remember that.
Tomorrow on twitch.tv/FighterCouse is King of Tuesdays, where we play King of Fighters and talk about video games and stuff. And you can join me and Fighter Couse there. You can also find him on twitch.tv/FighterCouse. Check my Twitter feed, or check at Fighter Couse on Twitter, because Couse is doing commissions. Go commission him to do some art for you. He's great. Check out Wheels on Twitter and stuff at Wheelchair21. Go click on our Hero Club links on hero-club.com. We could use it. And until then, see you guys later. The king of games is Yusei Fudo, because Yugimoto sucks. End of stream.
Oh.
Goodbye. Just shots fired.